It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Scattered severe thunderstorms are possible today from lower Michigan into parts of the Ohio Valley. A more isolated severe threat may materialize across parts of the Tennessee Valley into the southwest, as well as parts of the east central plains and Ozark Plateau. Closer to home, warm temperatures, dry conditions, and light afternoon breezes can be expected through the remainder of the work week. High temperatures, especially for tomorrow and Friday, will be in the mid to upper 80s, maybe even flirting with 90s. By the weekend, a slight chance for showers and storms will exist here in Otero County. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The City of Alamogordo street maintenance crews will prep and lay 6 tons of hot mix asphalt at 2101 and 2216 South Walker Avenue today. That'll be between 7 and 2. There will be a northbound lane closure as crews patch at 2101 South Walker Avenue and a southbound lane closure when they work at 2216 South Walker. Flagmen will be on site. The City of Alamogordo announces that the City Profile newsletter that many of you receive in the mail, along with your water bill, will no longer be there. Due to increasing costs, the City Profile newsletter will no longer be printed and delivered. The April 2024 issue was the last printed edition of the newsletter. But the newsletter isn't going anywhere. The City Profile will continue to be published, and the new monthly editions will be available on the City of Alamogordo website and City of Alamogordo Facebook page. The Village of Tularosa's regular meeting is happening this evening at 6 p.m. The meeting agenda is available by visiting villageoftularosa.com. Alamogordo Public Schools announces that the New Mexico State University team with Trio Upward Bound and Trio Talent Search will be in town today to discover all they have to offer incoming freshmen and Alamogordo High School students. Open house begins at 5:30 in the Alamogordo High School cafeteria. The Alameda Park Zoo is having a very busy month this month, beginning with Saturday the 20th from 9 until 2 as the Alameda Park Zoo celebrates Earth Day. There's also going to be a butterfly release happening at noon. Also, Brew at the Zoo is coming up on April 26th. I spoke with Hector.
We're going to have a country band to Moon Junction. We're going to have a dance floor for people to take advantage of if they choose to have a ball dance the night away. We're going to have 4 breweries. We're going to have about 5 to 6 food trucks and drink vendors. And, of course, we're going to have craft vendors.
Check out the City of Alamogordo Facebook page for more details. The Alamo Senior Center is gearing up for a dance for Mother's Day.
It is open to the public, and the tickets are only $10. And there is, we have music by Lenore. We'll have tea, sandwiches, and light refreshments and dessert. So it's going to be a really good time.
See the Alamo Senior Center Facebook page for more information. The Oliver Lee Memorial State Park is currently fixing up the house, but that doesn't mean you can't still visit. We spoke with Kate German.
We have the Oliver Lee Ranch House on site. We've got a really cool historic area, and it's undergoing renovation. So the inside of the house is closed, but we've had so many people asking that while we're in between phases of the renovations, we're doing guided tours where you at least get to walk around the house and learn about all of the history. Those tours are happening every Saturday at 10 a.m.
The Oliver Lee Memorial State Park is at 409 Dog Canyon Road, 505-660-7381 for more information. The Alamogordo Public School System is preparing for the preschool roundup on April 24th. We had a word with Donna Dupree.
So we are rounding up kids for next year, for the school year, because we need to fill all our slots for our 4-year-old program for next year.
What do parents need to know about the program?
So it's free, but there is limited slots because we're funded through a grant. And so the sooner they get in and get their spot, the more of a chance they'll get to be able to have their child attend next year.
Details are available by calling 575-812-5525.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. With grass fire season fast approaching, we would like to remind the citizens of Alamogordo that open burning is only permitted with the proper authorization from Alamogordo Fire Department. If you would like to conduct any kind of open burning within your property in the city of Alamogordo, you must first receive proper authorization through a burn permit with Alamogordo Fire Department. You can apply for a burn permit at 619 Texas Avenue, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5.
On Sundays, you might see people dressed in medieval outfits at the park. I wanted to know more, so I contacted Nicholas Hunter of the Shire of White Mountain. That's the local group of the Society for Creative Anachronism.
It is a group of historical enthusiasts that make it a point to recreate characters and way of life from 600 to 1600 AD. So basically medieval and Renaissance times. It basically is comprised of a lot of different hobbies and crafts, anywhere from cooking and camping to fencing and fighting, clothes making, brew making, and it's really just a lot of fun.
If you want to take part or maybe learn some more,
we do have a Facebook page for our local group. It's called Shire of White Mountain. That's a Facebook group. But if anybody is just looking for more information on the organization at all, SCA.org is probably the best website.
You can hear this interview in its entirety on the Crazy Radio YouTube channel. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Local sports, local events, and local happenings, and more. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.com. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
An Albuquerque man who pled guilty to a seemingly random murder will spend decades behind bars. Last February, the Albuquerque Police Department arrested 34-year-old Melvin Robinson and charged him with shooting a man in the back. Robinson was picked up with Casper Rickards, and the two admitted to the murder as well as a second murder a few months prior. Robinson pled no contest to second-degree murder in both cases. Judge David Mercy sentenced Robinson to the maximum of 40 years in prison. KOAT conducted a survey with KKOB Radio and the Albuquerque Journal to find out where New Mexicans want to see change. Topics range from improvements to education to border security. However, the top issue for many is crime and public safety. Matt Risen has been covering crime for 7 years with the Albuquerque Journal. During his time there, he has noticed a trend with crime connected to drug use and the pandemic. Risen spoke with KOAT.
Drug use, mental illness, poverty, domestic violence, like all those issues, I think, were magnified by the pandemic.
Risen has not only become an expert in his field, but has fallen victim to the stories he writes.
I just had my catalytic converter stolen like last week. Right? First time it's ever happened to me. I've been very lucky. I've lived here. I've never really been a victim of crime. But when that happened, I felt it.
Nearly half of New Mexicans surveyed said crime is their top concern, more than education, poverty, access to health care, and climate change combined. A group of illegal migrants climbed the chain-link fence along the border near Riverside High School in El Paso on Friday. That's according to Border Patrol. All illegal migrants encountered were transported to a processing facility and processed under Title VIII, which will place migrants who cross the border unlawfully into removal proceedings. The U.S. Border Patrol emphasizes that crossing the border in between the ports of entry is illegal. Individuals and families who attempt to enter the U.S. without authorization and who are unable to establish a legal basis to remain in the U.S. will be removed and are subject to a minimum of a 5-year bar on re-entry. Oh, they're serious? Come on. Crews have battled a fire at the peanut mill on Highway 70 in Portales that began Monday afternoon. That's according to the Portales Fire Department. They said one person was injured and taken to the hospital. On April 17th of 1897, a UFO is believed to have crashed in the town of Aurora, Texas. I spoke with Reggie Bird.
Early in the morning, people saw this orb floating across the sky, and it crashed into Judge Proctor's windmill, knocking the windmill over, destroying the spaceship. And, of course, the little spaceman fell out on the ground. And there was a signalman from the Army Corps and he proclaimed it had to be from Mars because they had never seen anything like it before.
That's 127 years ago today. Hear the interview in its entirety by visiting the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. Sports and weather are next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 10 games for New Mexico softball today, including Portales at Dexter, and 10 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Hatch at Cobrey. Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 81, low tonight of 54, high tomorrow, 87 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting as high as 21 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 22. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 20. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 60, low tonight of 42, high tomorrow, 65 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.